We're live.
Good. Alrighty, so call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum, so we can go to number 2. Approval of October 28th, 2025 minutes, the regular monthly meeting minutes. So is there a motion? Motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Okay. Any additions or corrections? Okay, hearing none, all those in favor of approving the minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Nobody opposed. And then number 3, we've got 1, 2, 3 action items that Joe is going to be talking about, so I'll let him take over from here.
Sure. Thank you. So the rental projects in Ovid and Willard with Seneca Housing, we're pushing forward with a expected April construction start at both sites. We're doing a bunch of things right now to prepare for that and reach what they're calling a construction closing, where they're bringing all the funding sources and bids and property transfers and everything for the project to one event. And at that closing with the state and Seneca Housing and us, from there, work can begin. We're hoping that occurs in February. So we're pulling everything together between now and then. Happy to report that just this afternoon, we filed for a building permit, which is part of that process to get there for both sites. So the construction and drawings have been done, and we're needing to pull everything else together. So all 3 of our resolutions tonight a connection to that. So getting these passed and prepared now enables us to check them off the list as we fight through everything else the next couple of months. So the first one is a simple property transfer, authorizing that for the appraised value of the land. I think it's $24,000 for both of them.
Yes.
Okay, so for a total of $24,000, so it's $12,000 at each site. So that was the third-party appraisal of the properties, both of them. And passing this now puts us in a position at this construction closing to execute that in a transfer. The same thing with the next resolution is also involved with the construction closing at that time. So you may remember we have an MOU with the town of Romulus dating back to 2018 or so. They closed a revolving loan fund at that time, and they committed the revenue from the outstanding loans that came back to the land bank, and we collected maybe $7,000 to $10,000 a year, give or take. So we have dedicated it to projects in Romulus with an MOU with them. And because Willard is in Romulus, we're going to use it for this project. So we have a resolution authorizing that. So under the MOU committed those funds to the project. So again, that we have it ready to roll for the construction closing sometime early next year. And the last resolution is authorizing an appointment of our primary banking institution. So this is for ESL. We are currently with Generations, who is becoming ESL anyways. We are in the final stages of getting a line of credit to help load some of these costs from now until that construction closing. And part of that, they asked that we have a resolution designating them as our primary banking institution, which they are now anyways. So this is just kind of formality at this point. But yeah, so far so good on all of that. We did apply for the last piece of outstanding funding in September for the next round of LBI, Land Bank Initiative with the state. So we applied for a full $2 million, and 1.3 of that would be used for the Seneca housing projects. We're hoping that is awarded next month, which would again go into the construction closing and get all of that done. We were previously awarded 1.5 for the small rental development initiative. And in that application, we wrote that we were going to come back and apply for the 1.3 in this LBI round. So they gave it to us. They gave us the 1.5. So reason would stand that hopefully they give us the 1.3, but we should be finding out this December and moving from there and getting this project kicked off to start in April. And no big update on 55 Washington and 17 South Walnut. These are our Flacker projects. We did get, Flacker got $2.5 million for construction of the 5 units, including the recreation of a historic house that will all be supportive housing in Waterloo to be owned and managed by Flacker. So over the next coming months, they're going to be in their own process of getting into a construction closing, which we are not a part of because we're not working with Flacker to develop it beyond what we've already done. Because they have experience in this, they've done it before. We're working with Seneca Housing through the process on the other one, but Flacker doesn't need us. That being said, I do expect we're going to have resolutions authorizing property transfers and a couple other things like that coming down the pike, just like this, over the next couple of months. But that one, at least as an amount of my time, won't be taking up as much as these Willard and Ovid projects.
Any questions, comments?
Okay. Well, congratulations, Joe, on getting the 2 million you and your staff or whoever helped out. That was very accomplishment, really.
Thanks, Frank.
Next, we can go to, there aren't any questions on 3, so we can go to the resolution. So we'll do the first resolution, which is 25-28, authorizing the transfer of 2125 West Seneca Street, Ovid, and 1473 Pleasant Street, Romulus, like Willard, to the Seneca Housing Incorporated. So is there a motion for that?
Motion.
A
Second.
Okay. And that's for the resolution's all in order, right?
Yep.
Good. Okay. So does anybody have any comments on the resolution? Okay. Hearing none, all those in favor of resolution 25-28, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Anybody abstain? Okay, we're good. The next resolution is 25-29, authorizing an agreement with Seneca Housing Incorporated regarding funding, construction of 2125 West Seneca Street, Ovid, and 1473 Pleasant Street, Romulus. Okay, so is there a motion for 25-29?
Motion.
Second?
Second.
Okay, is there any comments on that? I mean, Joe explained it pretty well, but we weren't good at it.
Yes.
Okay. So all those in favor of resolution 25-29, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? I believe there's one more resolution, 25-30. It's authorizing the appointment of a primary banking institution, which will be ESL credit union. So is there a motion for that?
Motion.
Second.
Second.
Okay. So is there any comment on that resolution?
Yeah, can they do the banking, because I had to change banks because they won't do a municipality. So would the county be considered a municipality? The land of, they can't do that. They don't deal with us.
Well, we're a public authority, right? So can you answer?
Quasi-municipal entity. I can't answer as it relates to banking because I don't know why the reason. I couldn't answer it as to why this bank.
No, they
State
can't,
itself.
any of them can't. They can't deal with a municipality. I had to change, Because of that.
The credit union itself?
The credit
It
unions
might
do
have to
not
do with the
deal
federal
municipalities.
regulations.
What's that, Kate?
It might have to do with the federal regulations
No, we're
of
not in this.
credit unions versus banks.
So maybe that's, right, you're a creature of, created by the municipality, but you're not in itself municipality.
It seems odd that they do not. Mike even asked me to write a letter to see if they do. None of them do.
So the town
There's a lot of other banks out there that don't seem to care about dealing with municipalities. I don't know why. I went with Shimon and I'm not too happy with that. So, I think you better check on that.
Yeah, I mean, they just gave us a loan.
Pardon?
They just gave us a loan. So,
Well, then maybe you can, but
yeah,
I didn't want you to get mixed up in something
Yeah.
that couldn't be. Right.
So,
Table it, that's all.
yeah, we could pass the resolution and have Joe, check into it and send us, an email. You wanna do that?
Yeah, they say now we can just come back and
Pass
do
this?
that, right?
Yeah, the resolution though, if I remember, came up because we've talked to them about, like, they're already in process of helping us with this, so they would have gotten flagged probably early on if they couldn't work with us, right?
yeah, I don't imagine so, but I think for the sake of ensuring that we have access to our accounts in this line of credit that we do need to pay for some of the development stuff, if we pass it now, I can double check with our loan officer that is helping us put all of this together. And I had a question from the board about municipalities and credit unions, and yeah, so just wanted to make sure that as a public authority, we're okay to work with you folks and share with you what he says and go from there.
If perchance they say no, that we can't, will we need a special meeting in December?
Oh yeah, we're gonna need one next week. Yeah, if there is a problem here, I expect to see all of you a week from today. To figure out.
I might pass.
Man, what are you doing on Thursday? Can we come back on Thursday? No?
All right, so we,
Village where we are, I mean, it uses Five Star Bank.
Yeah, right, but the other is altogether separate banking.
Generations I
The
know
rules are a lot
has
different
Seneca
than a
Falls.
commercial bank.
Because it's a credit union, you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
Credit unions versus banks have
That's
different
what I
federal
think.
regulations.
yeah, I didn't know, okay. No, I didn't know that.
all right. Well, why don't we pass this, and then we'll have Joe check on it, he'll check on it really fast, send us an email, and let us know where we stand, and if, we're in the predicament that Ernie is talking about, we'll probably have to meet in the next 10 days or less.
We'll pass a different resolution, so passing doesn't
Okay.
cause any harm.
That's it, is a good idea. right?
Yeah, pass it because you have it done, and then we're gonna have to meet again if we can't do it, and then in that case, we just pass another resolution.
Either way, Joe is gonna send out an email to all of us, letting us know where we stand.
Yeah, so I'll email the guy right after this meeting, and then share with you what he says.
Because all these banking institutions, believe it or not, are open on Friday. I just went to the credit union, they said, "Yeah, you're closed on Friday," they didn't know we're open. So they're all open, so you should be able to get an answer. We're not open on Friday, the county is closed.
They're open tomorrow too, so.
Hmm?
They're open tomorrow too, so.
Yeah.
We have Wednesday and Friday for them to
Oh,
give
yes,
us an answer.
tomorrow. Oh, as far as Wednesday, I'm thinking today is Wednesday. Okay, all righty, so all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Okay. Next, we're going to go to the attorney update. Is there anything you'd like to report on this?
No, only we're working towards this donation for Seneca Lane. I think we should probably have it sometime in mid-December and be able to report back to you guys in December, at that meeting, which sounds like what we have. And otherwise, just trying to support Joe as he gets these big projects together. Yeah.
Anybody have any questions for the attorney for us? No? All right, well, thank you. And, are you gonna be the treasurer today, Joe, or we're just gonna
Sure.
wait till the next month?
I can be an amount of treasurer.
All right.
So just on the current assets, the general account, general checking, this is where we keep general revenue, so it's not associated with grants. It's not committed to grants or anything like that. We use it to put revenue in that we receive from property sales or co-development agreements or anything like that that's unrestricted. When we spend money, when we do projects that are funded by a grant, we pay out of this and then get reimbursed. If you had the eyes of an accountant and you flip through the pages, you would see transfers coming in from the state and then transferred into that account. That's to reimburse for money that was paid out on projects through LBI. So we had a number of that come through in October, and it got us up to about 176,000 in the general account. 60,000 of that we received from Wells Fargo as a donation for 55 Washington Street. We remember that process. I believe it was Ernie who said, "Don't take it until you give us money." We got it, and that'll be part of the project we used it as part of the flat grant application for the full 2.5 million. So that's almost a match that we're using it for that purpose. So that's one of the things we'll be seeing in the next couple of months as a resolution when the Flacker project gets closer. So 60,000 of that 176 is spoken for. We've got about 28,000 hanging out that needs to be reimbursed from the state that we spent. So all in all, expecting maybe 110 to 120,000 of actual money that's unrestricted in the working account heading into next year. That's usable. And when we get the 20,000 from the property sales from both of these projects, that would be deposited in there. But this is the account that means the most, at least in my world of needing to understand these things. And that is the report.
Okay. Anybody have any questions for acting treasurer? Okay, if not, I make a motion, we approve the treasurer's report.
Motion.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Do we have any new business you'd like to discuss?
I don't think so.
Okay. Does anybody have anything they'd like to talk about? All right. Well, if everything goes good with resolution 2530, we probably won't be meeting again in the next 6 days. And if not, we'll be seeing you again in a week.
Right. And then the December meeting is it very close to Christmas?
2 days before Christmas, the
We might
23rd.
need to reschedule that.
23rd.
I will not be,
Right, me either.
I will be flying in the ocean somewhere on a big boat.
I don't think we even put it on as a scheduled meeting because we typically cancel.
Okay. So we might need a meeting in December, which would technically be special. So if we don't, we won't call one, and we'll see you next year.
Tuesday, January 27th.
Yeah, the regular meeting is on the 23rd, right?
Yeah, I think I had on my calendar as the 23rd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna cancel that. And if we need one, we'll call one earlier.
Okay.
And if not, we'll see you in January.
All right, well, everyone have a happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
You know, I never thought of that about credit unions. That's maybe why the company doesn't use, I didn't know that about credit unions. I think you're probably right.
Yeah. no,
Because the
that's-
county